Okay, thank you. Thank you. So, good afternoon, all the participants. I, Dr. Dean Academics, Alakash Goel, Shimla University. Welcome you all to the today's webinar that is on relevance of yoga during the COVID-19, how it is going to combat the different challenges, particularly psychosomatic, there is problems.
Hello. Hello. डॉक्टर साहब कहाँ गए?
I think he has lost his connection.
Hello.
Hello. Hello.
Start किसने किया?
Hello. Dr. Kamakhya, can you listen me? हेलो कामाख्या जी, आपकी आवाज नहीं आ रही। अच्छा,
हाँ नमस्कार सर।
नमस्कार, आवाज आ रही है?
जी सर हाँ।
अच्छा 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 गुड। हाँ हाँ
वायरस या कोविड-19 से आज पूरा कुलदीप सर का कनेक्शन लॉस्ट हो गया, रुक जाओ 2 मिनट। होना ही नहीं है। क्यों? कि मैं और किसी मीटिंग में हूँगा, मैनेज कर लेना। तुम्हें बोल ना, मेरे को क्यों नहीं बोल रहा?
Sorry to interrupt you.
हेलो,
Kuldeep sir is here.
ठीक है।
Sorry, I am back. There is an internet issue today. Am I audible?
yeah.
Yes sir.
Okay. Sorry for inconvenience. Somehow
Hello.
there is internet issue. So I started by welcoming all, and let me introduce our today's speaker panelists during this session. We have Dr. K. Professor and Head, Department of Human Consciousness and Yogic Sciences. Welcome you, sir, to today's webinar. We will have a wonderful input from you during your speech relating to the combating this particular epidemic and COVID-19, and how it is going to impact, and how you will be telling us different inputs, tips. So that's why we can have a positivity in our mind, body, and soul as well. So thank you very much that you have joined today's session with us. We have Dr. KK from Uttarakhand Sanskrit University. Sir, you are the head of yoga studies there. So we will have a valuable input from your side as well. Welcome you, sir. We have Dr. Ganesh Das Sharma ji, former chairman, HP University Shimla. So I even would request Ganesh Das Sharma ji to please moderate our today's session, because there is internet issues going on oftenly. So as to moderate this session. So dear all participants, as you know that we will have a valuable input from all these 3 eminent speakers, and I hope that you will get benefited. We had the yesterday's session, wonderful session it had with Dr. J.D. Sharma ji on yoga and its impact on our body, soul, and mind. So hopefully we will extend this session today's. In yesterday's session, most it was like a philosophical. There were some wonderful tips, as there is no doubt. But today, I think Dr. G.D. Sharma, along with our eminent speakers, they will have an input on our technical session as well, and they will have a more enlightenment speech on this particular issue that we all world over facing right now. And hopefully, we will certainly fight this collectively. They will sharing the valuable inputs on this particular COVID-19 prevention, and hopefully if there is any unfortunate impact of this COVID-19, so how to cope up in those situations as well. That is also very important to have the input from all. For our today's first speaker, Dr. K. Krishnaji, who is joining us, who already joined us from Mangalore University. So I would request Dr. K. Krishna Sharma, please share your valuable input on this today's topic that you have given us a wonderful opportunity to listen on various challenges during this COVID-19. So I would request our today's first speaker, Dr. K. Krishna Sharma, please take over and enlighten us with your valuable input with all of us. Thank you so much. Please over to Dr. K. Krishna Sharma ji.
Hello. Hello.
Yes, sir. Yes,
Hello.
sir.
Sir, you are welcome, sir. Please.
Okay. Good afternoon, everybody. Swagatam. Ajnanatirandhasya Jnananjana Sadakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Is it audible? Kama Keji? Is it audible?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. It's audible.
Yes, yes, sir. You are audible.
Now,
You are audible, sir. Please continue.
okay. The yoga, how it helps to manage this COVID-19. See, management, when we know the subject, then only management. When we don't know anything, it is only following as it is, but we are saying Anushasana. According to yoga, clearly Anushasana. See how we can do all these things. What are the parts here required? Routine life activities disturbed, effect on sleep and food habit will be disturbed, uncertainty in socio-economic and professional status. In the same way, increased level of awareness on overall health. These are the effects of our COVID-19. Means, in general, we are getting all these problems all together, not only one by one. At a time, means suddenly lockdown, and lockdown is came, all these problems are there continuously. Not only 1 or 2% is worldwide problem nowadays. So to overcome these, not only physical, mental, social, all the levels we should be aware. For that purpose, we should make our own level one kind of anusandhana and practice what we are calling anushasana. That level yoga helps very well. Therefore, we should think how we can maintain good health according to yoga and how it is very appropriate. Physical fitness can be gained through many kinds of modules or many modes, many methods, varieties of techniques are there. For psychological well-being is also there, but it is little limited. But yogic concepts and yoga therapy is the proper answer for all these. Why mean it is not only psychological, physiological or physical, with mental, social, everywhere, including spiritual level also. So, speciality of yoga is overall development of the practitioner. To practice asana, pranayama, bandha, mudra, kriya, food system, anything, are only philosophical part. that totally affects the overall development level of the being. That is the speciality of yoga. Therefore, in this juncture, the yoga subject is very suitable. And in the same way, in our Indian tradition, the speciality is like it. What are the subjects you have or you are studying? It is first thing is study, adhyayana. Second level is acharana. Third level is teaching, adhyapana. Fourth level is prachara. So without adhyayana and practice, if he is going to teach, then also problems are there. Without these middle two steps, if you are directly jumping for the fourth step only, then it damages more. These are the problems which we can see in the Indian subject while practicing and implementing. So, the important thing is proper study and practice. Then only third thing comes teaching. For the self-development purpose or overall development purpose, study and practice, first two parts are very, very important. Along with this, if you are doing, then what are the concept of yoga or application? Means application area when we are thinking, these are the concepts very important. Other areas are there in philosophical way, systematically, when we are going to samadhi. Here, important parts which helps to samadhi and for the personality development also. Ahara, food system, vihara, entertainment, achara, daily routines, vichara, thinking approach, kriyas, cleansing process, asanas, pranayama, bandha mudra, meditation, and relaxation techniques. Means these things should go together, not separately, not practicing one after another. Why means these are all parts of daily routines, our lifestyle. If lifestyle is adjusted properly along with it, then that is a proper yoga practice and it helps to maintain health to up to spirituality level. Concept of ahara, what are they? According to our lifestyle and modern health level, to maintain good health, moderate food habit. I'm not going to, according to the terminology of yoga, moderate food habit means you eat moderately. It may be good quality, it may be limited, it may be what you are calling diet for, whatever it is, moderately, madhya, sarvadharmeshu madhyami. Like that in a moderate level, not too much or not too less. Then second thing, what are the food items you are going to eat? It should be easily digestible. What do you mean by easily digestible?
Dr. Saab, your voice is not coming clear. So please fix your audio properly.
It's correctly fixed. We have no problem.
Okay.
Now is it clear?
Slightly, it is clear now. Slightly.
Clear.
Yes, you start, please.
Okay,
Please go.
I have this. I have here mic everything. So here it is listening very
Okay.
clearly.
Okay.
Dr. K. Krishna, you please continue.
See, when you are
Yeah,
talking,
please.
it is okay.
Okay, you please.
Please continue.
Concept of
Yeah, voice is now clear.
okay.
Now, yeah.
Yeah. Moderate food habit. Easily digestible. Easily digestible means after eating within 4 hours it should be digested. Means after 5 or 6 hours we should be able to eat properly. Otherwise we won't get energy in the present situation. Why mean? In present situation most of the food item quality is poor. If quality is good, no problem. Otherwise we should ready to eat within 5 to 6 hours again. Means such again we should feel hungry. A common man also should be able to assess. Good quality. Everybody knows it may be either protein, vitamin, or this level, or satvika, rajasika, tamasika level, or trigosha level, whatever it may be, quality should be good. Fresh and hygiene, particularly when this the type of infection disease are there, epidemic diseases are there, always, not only corona, in any epidemic disease situation, well, food should be fresh, hygienic, and such a way very good quality. Then proper time for eating. This is very important in any time, but when we are under sick, when we are under problem, time maintenance of the time is very, very important. Why? Means to manage the body temperature. If body temperature is not managed properly, digestive system cannot function properly. So when digestive system is not functioning properly, all problems including lungs are and all other system automatically aggregates. Therefore, we should not give a chance for that. So proper time for eating very, very important in this juncture. For lockdown level, if you are managing this, after operation, means when we are becoming free, then it will become habituated and we can develop very easily. Why? Means it is suddenly we are constraining everything, if we are in the high speed level, suddenly for the zero level. So when suddenly we are coming to zero level or 30 years back, then to cope up all these things, time management we should follow. First itself in food, second in sleep. Then only we can manage all those things. This is the concept here. Then engaging with activity with which boosts memory. Activity helps to improve the mindset, positive vibes. The same way agreeable for psychological well-being and moderate use of social media. These are the things very important in Vihara. Vihara means what we are saying entertainment. Why it is such a way? Means see, any entertainment should not disturb our peace of mind or mental status. It should enrich our quality. That only what I am going to say. Engaging with the activity which boosts memory, which should not help to increase memory. Nowadays, everything like calculator, radio, or TV, or this type of PPT, all these things, which helps to increase the memory, means short-term memory only increasing, not long-term memory. So, engage the activity which helps to increase your long-term memory, then repeatedly we decrease our mistakes, means we increase our positive quality. Activity helps to improve the mindset and positive vibes. Means positive thinking approach must be there each and every activity. Such a way we should plan daily. It may be homework, it may be cleaning, it may be setting your books, it may be reading, walking, whatever it is, one or another way which helps to enrich our knowledge and improve our quality. Such a way we should plan. It is possible. Why? Now we are in the family setup, in a group, so corrections automatically will be done. So with the corrections we can increase our good quality. Then agreeable for psychological well-being. Totally peace of mind should be there. Homely feeling. We should not quarrel. We should not get unnecessary argument. Such a kind of agreeable thing means the genial level if we are managing all kinds of activities, then psychological well-being also will be there. Then we never get any kind of sad or direction of depression or such a kind of anxiety, nothing will be there. Automatically we will be cool and calm. Moderate use of social media. See, social medias are there. Continuously watching TV or different such a kind of activity with the computer or mobile, WhatsApp, like this, which disturbs your mind. Means how we decide disturbing it after watching that what we say is, it is waste. Nothing is there, no content. See, this way means no, which we should watch, which we should not watch. Mainly to the eyes, second comes to the ear, then only all other things sensory organs. So eye and ear, this is controlled mainly. Then only we can manage any kind of tension, anxiety very easily. Why? They only disturbing factors. If disturbing is going on increasing, there is no steadiness, then there is no thinking approach, then there is no any kind of steadiness in thinking, then then we cannot make any decision. It creates more and more problems. So such things we should control very actively, carefully. Then achara. Achara means nothing but daily routine. Daily, what are the things we should do? Such a things we should not omit. We should not escape from them. For example, bathing. For example, sleep. For example, eating. See, everything these daily routine things we need. So, right thinking approach. Satsanga. Spend time with family, being joyful and humorous. Why we, if any mistake which we have done, that we can correct by all these approach. The right thinking approach is there, others automatically will correct you. Or yourself you can correct. The same way satsanga. Many things repeatedly we listen, we understanding level will be better, then automatically our corrections will do ourselves knowing you, not by force or punishment. Spend time with the family, not simply sitting, discuss, watch, understand, and implement the needs. Same way, concept of vihara. See, achara, vichara, and vihara, all these things, if it is correct, then only our mind and body will be correct. So, in addition to this, bathing twice a day. See, this is very important. Instead of using too much chemicals to sanitize our body, first body, whole body using good soap or powder, whatever it is, with non-chemical item, bathing twice a day, morning, evening, to maintain cleanliness in and around. The cleanliness in and around means inside the body, outside the body, inside the house and outside the house, everywhere. It may be preventing from spitting or preventing from throwing any waste items outside. All these levels. Cleanliness means purely shaucha we should maintain according to yoga. Then keep contact with friends and family. Why? To get updated information one side, another side to correct ourselves. If any mistakes are there, anything is there, automatically others will remind you. Be careful. Don't do like this. In our area, this problem is there. So what happens means we will become active. So we will be alert. So we can prevent many things. Means if according to yoga, ayam uttam anagata means which not at come that we should prevent. For that purpose, we should have various types of knowledge like Ano Bhadrani question. Such a way, we should be able to listen from the noble thoughts from all directions. So, how we can get it? With a faithful person. Who are the faithful person? Our close friends and family members. They are only religious. So, now and then, we should keep in touch with them. It is possible nowadays either by phone or mobile or internet or different medias are there. Updated knowledge about the crisis. This is very important. Not only Corona 19, it may be social system, it may be political system, economy level, it may be other market level, whatever it is. Like this, it is a crisis. Crisis means present only what we have. Such a kind of present problem, updated knowledge is very important for the future preparation. So if it is not prepared properly, we cannot face tomorrow. Today we can manage, but tomorrow basically it becomes very difficult. So such a kind of contact we should maintain for the development of future. Then be ready to work like in a war. See, when you are becoming free from this lockdown or such a kind of situation, we should be ready to work up to any extent what we are saying like a war. See, with the mood. So we should not think anything else. We should reach the target. Such a way we should work. Why means now our development process, everything stopped continuously for more than 45 days. This quality we should gain means once again we should increase our high speed. Otherwise we cannot gain what we lack. But we are going to lose. See, future also. So our speed contribution, everything we should increase. That's what we are saying, like war food. We should get actually in one direction work is very important. Minimize the expenditure. This is very important. Maybe any kind of expenditure starting from the soap or water or current or any electricity or any item from there itself, try to minimize the expenditure. Why mean all our income already stopped. It is not only personal, it is global. So global level improvement is required means we should improve such a way today, tomorrow and continuously by long period. Reduce traveling. Take one more thing. Reduce unnecessarily traveling. It may be 10 kilometer, 5 kilometer, 1 kilometer, 100 kilometer or 1000 kilometer. Whatever it is, according to the very such a kind of important level, only travel, otherwise it won't travel. Why mean not only corona which we know only one. See, when we are becoming weak, automatically many other types of infection diseases are coming up. So we should be aware to face next level also. Now coming season is rainy season. So in the beginning of the rainy season, beginning of the cold season, beginning of the hot season, all these level automatically many types of infection diseases are there. Already we have practiced, but unknown also there. So we should not take a chance for that. So first it's a controlled problem. Engage with good deeds. See, good deeds help others. Maintain yourself, family members, others, public, social service, whatever it is, in your own level, how much you can do, and why we should manage our contact, we should develop ourselves and others. So, like this, if you are developing, there is no question of shortage in the development. Next, practice of yoga for the psychosomatic health. Here, psychosomatic means physically and mentally. Both level it is established, mentally deep rooted, physically it is developed in the sign basis, means the significant will be there. So, which kriyas help? Very simple practice, only we should go, not any kind of such a kind of typical or very advanced practice. Like Vanisara, Tataka, Kapalabhati, Mula Shodhana, Nalgu Shankam Kamsharana. See, like this, these are the practices the yoga teachers or practitioners well known. So I am not going to explain. But the concept here, see, the digestion should be good. The same evacuation of the bowel means large intestine, small intestine function should be proper. Then only we can manage the digestive system. Then the problem between lungs and other area infection. So to prevent and overcome these things, what are the kriyas necessary? That only according to the need of the person, not for all it is common practice. 3, 5, 6 practices are given. You may practice one for somebody, not at all required any kriyas, that also okay. But according to need, we should go in kriyas, asana, pranayama, bhakta, and all practices. Asanas also listed here. In this list of asana, many practices are there, which helps to improve your diaphragm capacity, which helps to improve your lungs capacity, heart capacity, the same way management of the body temperature, overall ability, personality development, like this, everything is there. But according to need, this list is selected, it gives very good result. But only the thing, for each asana, remember, counter-asanas are there. If the practice is counter-asana, there is no problem. Otherwise, sometimes minor problems may come, so better go with the direction of the interpretation. Okay. Pranayamas, which helps to overcome particularly lungs problem and infection problems, Ujjayi, Anuloma Viloma, Bhastrika, and the Pranayama. These are the pranayamas which helps to overcome such a kind of infection diseases, particularly in this type of season. So if anybody practices these practices, no side effect, no problem, safely we can practice. There is no any other side effects. Then meditation and relaxation level. You can see many types of meditations are there. Oham, Pranava, these are the common meditations that which we are practicing. The same way little advanced level, Anapanasati, the same way Nadam Sandhana, or any object you select and practice. But only thing, when you are selecting any object, that object should be free from all kinds of sorrows. If it is free from all kinds of sorrows, such an object is selected, there is no problem in meditation. Otherwise, it creates problem if you are doing meditation. Why? When you are doing meditation on that problem only, not free from the problem. Therefore, in that meditation, it is very important. Therefore, in yoga, you can see Soham and Pranava, Nana, Sandhana. The same Anapanasati, according to Buddha, which is very important and famous. Then Shavasana. Shavasana, varieties of Shavasanas are there. We are teaching more than 8 varieties. So, like varieties of Shavasana practice, but according to need and understanding capacity, practicing level, how much it is possible, according to that practice. In the same way, Yoga Nidra also. Yoga Nidra also, high speed, moderate speed, low speed, moderately, systematically, and with the full fledged. See, like this, according to the capacity of the person, the teachers should teach and guide properly. They should develop the practice. Then it helps to give the relaxation physically, mentally, and up to intellectual level. These are not such a kind of relaxation techniques like sleep. Sleep is entirely different from this type of relaxation technique. So this type of relaxation technique is very, very essential, particularly in academic diseases. Then effect of yoga practice. If you are practicing this type of practice, particularly in Corona level, what happens? Control over the indriyas. Mainly this situation, Indriya regulation control is very, very important. Self-discipline, self-control is the effect of Indriyas. Means, if you know how to control each organ, then you can control together. If you don't know to control each organ, you cannot control any organ. See, this is the problem. So, control over the Indriyas or the need. Just method, see, you did not understand anything. Just to practice any practice of yoga. Why mean all practices of yoga mainly connected to control our indriyas. Then along with that mind control. If you want to develop mind control more and more, pranayama, relaxation techniques or meditation techniques like this we should do. Then buddhi becomes steady. See, buddhi to jahatiya ubaya sukruta drishtute. In this world, it may be good or bad, how you can overcome, understand and realize it only through buddhi. So we should develop buddhi through this type of practice. For that purpose, proper knowledge, proper subject, everything is required. So if it is there, automatically it can develop. Right decision making power. See, this type of confused level, we should be able to take proper decision in time. Otherwise, what happens is we are ending with the wrong result only. Therefore, right decision making power we should develop so that the right injection power we can get this type of practices we can practice systematically within a week. We can see the result. Then improvement of the Ichha Shakti, Kriya Shakti, Jnana Shakti. See, to overcome problem, according to yoga, these 3 things are very, very important. They should be followed. Then only we can manage. Ichha Shakti, see, we should know how, what we should do. Kriya Shakti, working capacity. Jnana Shakti, about the work.
That's a
knowledge, only 1 minute. With this psychosomatic health will be enhanced and balanced. With all these type of practices, we can manage very good psychosomatic problems. We can overcome. Good health will be there. Everything we can achieve in this junction. Please keep your practice with yoga techniques through life. In future also it will be good. We will be occasion to learn yoga techniques 1 month or 2 months for everybody. Thank you for the given opportunity, organizers and all persons who participated here and for the university for the given chance. Thank you for the all. Thank you, sir.
Dr. Saab,
Yeah.
please conclude now.
Yeah, more.
It's over.
Thank you. Yes, I told you. Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
So thank you, sir. Thank you, Professor K. Krishna Sharma ji from, who is the head and the Department of Human Consciousness and Yoga from Mangaluru University. Sir, you have a very vast experience in the field of yoga with your vast work in the field of research and academics. And your talk of the day was very, very informative. And we are really benefited by your valuable suggestions and advices, and the way you have explained the Yukta Ahara Viharasya, Yukta Chestasya Karamsu, Yukta Swapna Apabodhasya, Yogo Bhakti Dukha is a great explanation from you. So I'm really grateful that you have joined us from such a far off place, and you have accepted the invitation from the APG University from Shimla. So thank you very much, sir. Thank you for joining us. And now I request another speaker who is very young, active and energetic, Dr. Kamakhya Kumarji, who is the head of the Yogic Science Department in the Uttarakhand Sanskrit Vishwavidyalaya. He has also a very long teaching experience, and he has 10 books he has compiled, many research papers he has written, and he is also having an international journal in the field of yoga, and many people are benefited by his work and his academic excellence. So now I request Dr. Kamakhya Kumarji to please start his lecture and the proceedings of the session. Dr. Kamakhya Kumarji.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much. First and foremost, I would like to thank the organizing committee of APG Shimla University, and I'm also thankful to Professor G.D. Sharma sir and Dr. Kusa Sharma. And I would like to introduce myself as Dr. Kamakhya Kumar from Uttarakhand Sanskrit University, Bahadrabad, Haridwar. It's a very relevant topic today to be discussed as relevance of yoga to combat challenges due to COVID-19 to psychosomatic health. Friends, we are suffering with a problem or the challenge created by this silly virus. I would like to share some of my thoughts and would like to go through the
Hello.
Yes, sir.
Are you listening?
You are getting my voice, sir?
Yes, very much. You continue, please.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
And you can also deliver your lecture bilingual too.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Okay.
Yeah. हेलो है।
सबसे पहले मैं अपने प्रेजेंटेशन के जो मुख्य बिंदु हैं उन्हें हाईलाइट करना चाहता हूं। कुल 4 बिंदुओं पर मैं अपनी चर्चा रखना चाहता हूं। एज पर द टॉपिक ऑफ दिस वेबिनार, साइकोसोमेटिक हेल्थ पहला पॉइंट होगा हमारे डिस्कशन का। दूसरा, चैलेंजेस ड्यू टू कोविड-19। तीसरा, मैनेजमेंट। और चौथा, योगिक अप्रोच। तो सबसे पहले बात करें हम साइकोसोमेटिक हेल्थ की। Everyone knows the very much popular definition of health, that health is a state of complete physical, mental, social and spiritual well-being, not merely the absence of any disease or infirmity. But the ancient definition of health is more precious and more valuable. As Sushruta Samhita in its 15th chapter and 41st verse says, सम दोष समाग्निश्च सम धातु मलक्रिय प्रसन्न आत्मा इंद्रिय मन स्वस्थ इत्यभिधीयते। यहां पर हम देख रहे हैं कि शारीरिक स्वास्थ्य से ज्यादा महत्वपूर्ण मानसिक स्वास्थ्य। मन, यदि हमारा शरीर स्वस्थ भी हो और मन स्वस्थ ना हो तो वो हमारे शरीर पर प्रभाव डालता ही डालता है। मनेव मनुष्यानाम कारण बंधन मोक्षेव। जब आयुर्वेद की इस परिभाषा को, समदोष समाग्निश्च को ध्यान में रखते हैं तो ये देखा जाता है कि हमारे शरीर के अग्नियां, दोष, धातु और मल ये साम्यावस्था में तो हो ही, साथ में प्रसन्न आत्मा, इंद्रिय, मन, हमारी इंद्रियां, आत्मा और मन ये सभी प्रसन्न अवस्था में हो, ऐसे स्थिति को स्वास्थ्य कहा जाता है। और जब मानसिक स्वास्थ्य की बात आए तो इवन आप गीता की बात लें, पातंजलि योग सूत्र की बात लें, योग को मनोविज्ञान ही कहा गया है। योगस चित्त वृत्ति निरोधा, चित्त वृत्तियों की बात की गई है। मन को ठीक करने का पूरा पूरा प्रयास योग सूत्र में बतलाया गया है। हम सभी जानते हैं, योग के छात्र होने के नाते, योग के अभ्यासी होने के नाते, हमारा जो योग के क्षेत्र में जो 5 ऑब्स्टिकल्स हैं वो पंचक्लेश के रूप में अविद्या, स्मिता, राग, द्वेष, अवनिवेश। हमारे क्षेत्र में, हमारी प्रगति में, हमारी योग साधना के क्षेत्र में यदि कोई बाधक है तो ये पंचक्लेश है। अविद्या से उत्पन्न हुए किसी भी रोग को, किसी भी दुख को हम कम नहीं कर सकते। इस कोरोना संकट में जो सबसे बड़ी समस्या है वो है अविद्या। उसके विषय में हमें जानकारी नहीं है। कोरोना कहां से आएगा, कैसे आएगा, कोरोना के वायरस हमें किस तरह प्रभावित करेंगे, ये कुछ रिसर्चेज तो आ रखे हैं, कुछ रिसर्चेज अभी आने बाकी हैं। मैं अपना स्क्रीन शेयर करना चाहता हूं और इसमें मुझे थोड़ी समस्या भी आ रही है।
नीचे से शेयर करना है।
लेकिन तब तक मैं अपनी बात में जारी रखता हूं।
कामाख्या सर, आपके पास एक स्क्रीन शेयर करके एक बटन होगा ग्रीन कलर का, प्लीज उसे दबाइए, आपकी स्क्रीन शेयर हो जाएगी।
हाँ हाँ, मैंने स्क्रीन शेयर का बटन दबा दिया है, पर हमारा डॉक्यूमेंट कहाँ पे है वो नहीं दिख रहा मुझे। एनीवे, मैं अपना प्रेजेंटेशन जारी रखता हूँ। जो इस कोरोना या कोविड-19 के चैलेंजेस हैं, वो कई तरीके से हमारे सामने हैं। एक तो ये कि इसके बारे में योग की भांति ही एक बहुत बड़ी अविद्या है। हम इसके विषय में जानकारी बहुत कम रखते हैं, लेकिन जितनी जानकारी उपलब्ध है, उसके आधार पर यह स्पष्ट है कि ये कोई कीटाणु नहीं है। ये एक कण है जो चर्बी युक्त है, चर्बी से ढका हुआ है। और यही वो वजह है कि डॉक्टर्स या अभी जितने भी हेल्थ बुलेटिन्स आते हैं, जब भी हम फोन किसी को लगाते हैं तो सबसे पहले आते हैं कि हाथ धोइए। चर्बी जब हाथ में लग जाती है तो उसको धोने के लिए हमें साबुन का इस्तेमाल करना पड़ता है। और ये जो कोरोना का वायरस है, इसके ऊपर एक चर्बी युक्त है जो साबुन और पानी से धुल जाता है। बार बार धुलने का, और जब भी आप कहीं नई जगह पे जाते हैं, किसी चीज को छूते हैं, तो हाथ धोने के लिए या धातुई चीजों को फिर से धोने के लिए कहा जाता है। ये कोरोना और उससे संबंधित एक पक्ष है, लेकिन जो उससे ज्यादा महत्वपूर्ण पक्ष ये है कि वो किन किन माध्यमों से फैल रहा है। श्वास के माध्यम से लोग घबराहट में हैं कि क्या ये हवा में फैल रहा है। हवा में नहीं फैल रहा, ये आपके सलाइवा के माध्यम से, लार के माध्यम से फैल रहा है। लार पर नियंत्रण के लिए हम लोगों ने मास्क लगाए हैं, और बाहर जब भी हम निकलते हैं तो कोशिश करते हैं कि एक दूसरे से हमारी दूरी बनी रहे। ये जितने भी एक्टिविटीज सरकार द्वारा या समाज द्वारा हमें समझाए गए हैं, बताए गए हैं, वो सभी प्रिवेंशन की तरफ। और जो हमारा पक्ष है, योग का पक्ष है, वो भी प्रिवेंशन की ओर ही है। अभी तक हमने कोई भी कोरोना की दवा तैयार नहीं की है। कल के हेल्थ बुलेटिन में भी आपने सुना होगा कि आयुर्वेदिक काढ़ा लेने के लिए आयुष डिपार्टमेंट ने संकेत किया है। ये काढ़ा या इस तरह की जितनी भी औषधियां हमारे साथ उपलब्ध हैं, वो सब हमारे इम्यूनिटी को डेवलप करने के लिए। कोरोना से संबंधित जो दूसरा पक्ष है, ये सारे जितनी जानकारी हमारे पास उपलब्ध है, वो हमारे प्रिवेंशन की ओर है। लेकिन
कामाख्या सर, कामाख्या सर, डू यू हियर मी? कामाख्या सर,
Sir, I think he has lost his connection. Yogesh sir?
yes ma'am, but he is still here. कामाख्या सर. कामाख्या सर. Okay, I think Kamakhya sir lost his connection. I request to Dr. Ganesh Dutt Sharma sir, please continue sir. Okay.
Sir, he has reconnected.
Okay.
Hello? Yes, I have already connected. Yes.
Okay.
Please, sir, continue.
I think that the challenge due to COVID-19 is very much psychological. There are several physiological concerns as but the thing is, fear, यदि हो गया मुझे ना हो जाए, मेरे परिवार को ना हो जाए, एंड उसके बाद जो तीसरी समस्या आ रही है वो है डिप्रेशन की. एक्टिविटीज कम है, हमारे जो भी जॉब्स थे या बिजनेस था वो ठप है, तो ऐसे में डिप्रेशन होना स्वाभाविक है. और कई सारे इन कमियों की वजह से जो स्ट्रेस है वो और ज्यादा बढ़ जा रहा है. तो ऐसे स्ट्रेस, एंजाइटी, डिप्रेशन और फियर, कम से कम इन 4 साइकोलॉजिकल डिसऑर्डर्स को हम लोग किस तरह से योग के माध्यम से ठीक कर सकते हैं, जो कि इस कोरोना संकट का महत्वपूर्ण पहलू है. कोरोना की वजह से आने वाला ये सेकेंड और कहिए कि उसका साइड इफेक्ट है. इस साइकोलॉजिकल डिसऑर्डर की वजह से होने वाले जो अदर साइकोसोमेटिक डिसऑर्डर्स हैं, जैसे ओबेसिटी है, डाइजेस्टिव डिसऑर्डर्स है, मेटाबॉलिक डिसऑर्डर्स है, कार्डियक प्रॉब्लम्स हैं, इन कई तरह के प्रॉब्लम्स को हम यदि ध्यान में रखें तो ऐसा देखा जाता है कि ये हमारी इम्यूनिटी पे प्रहार करता है. इम्यूनिटी एंड स्ट्रेस आर इंटर रिलेटेड. मैं वर्ष 2016 के एक रिसर्च को सामने रख के बैठा हूँ. स्ट्रेस में भी डिफाइंड एज साइकोसोमेटिक प्रॉब्लम्स यूजुअली. और एक रिसर्च हमारे सामने 1964 का है जो ये सिद्ध करता है कि जब हमारा स्ट्रेस बढ़ जाता है तो हमारी इम्यूनिटी कम हो जाती है. वो सबसे महत्वपूर्ण है कि इस कोरोना संकट को झेलने के लिए या उससे लड़ने के लिए हमारी इम्यूनिटी स्ट्रांग होनी चाहिए. और यदि हम तनाव में, साइकोलॉजिकल डिसऑर्डर्स में गए तो हमारे अंदर इम्यूनिटी की कमी होगी और हम इस फियर से, इस एंजाइटी से जिससे हम डर रहे हैं, वो फियर हमारे ऊपर हावी हो जाएगा. इसलिए हमें जो ध्यान रखने की चीज है वो ये कि हम फियर से, एंजाइटी से, डिप्रेशन से, स्ट्रेस से अपने आप को साइकोसोमेटिक डिसऑर्डर से बचा के रखें और अपनी इम्यूनिटी को, अपने रोग प्रतिरोधक क्षमता को कम ना होने दें. और इसमें यदि योग की कोई भूमिका है तो वो निश्चित रूप से उसे व्यवहार में लाने की, उसके ऊपर प्रयास करने की, उसके ऊपर निरंतर अभ्यास करने की आवश्यकता है. जो योग के अभ्यास हैं जो हमें एंजाइटी से बचाते हैं, डिप्रेशन से बचाते हैं, वो कुछ अलग अभ्यास है. जो हमें स्ट्रेस से बचाते हैं, हाइपर एक्टिव होने से बचाते हैं, वो कुछ अलग अभ्यास है. इसलिए हमें ओवरऑल जो प्रयास करना है वो ये कि इस दोनों तरह के डिप्रेशन और स्ट्रेस दोनों ही स्थितियों से योग हमें कैसे निकाले, ऐसे अभ्यासों का चयन करें। और उससे भी महत्वपूर्ण, जैसा कि अभी डॉक्टर के कृष्णा शर्मा बता रहे थे कि हमें आहार विहार दिनचर्या इन सब चीजों का भी ध्यान रखना है। मैं उन चीजों को रिपीट नहीं करूंगा, लेकिन योग में कौन सी चीजें हैं जो हमें इस इम्यूनिटी को स्ट्रॉन्ग करने के लिए महत्वपूर्ण भूमिका निभाती हैं। अपने पुराने रिसर्चेज और अब तक के हुए स्टडीज के आधार पर मैं बताना चाहूंगा कि 2013 में जो एक रिसर्च पब्लिश हुई है उसमें योग निद्रा और प्राणाकर्षण प्राणायाम इन दो अभ्यासों के माध्यम से हम अपनी इम्यूनिटी स्ट्रॉन्ग कर सकते हैं। एक और स्टडी पब्लिश हुई है जिसमें ये बताया गया कि भस्त्रिका प्राणायाम करने से हमारी इम्यूनिटी स्ट्रॉन्ग होती है। अब इसके पीछे का जो तर्क है, इसके पीछे का जो मैकेनिज्म है, उसके पीछे की जो फिजियोलॉजी है, उसे मैं थोड़ा सा आपके सामने एक्सप्लेन करना चाहूंगा। इन सच all such conditions when there is lack of oxygen in our body, जब हम रिलैक्सेशन कर रहे होते हैं, योग निद्रा कर रहे होते हैं, भस्त्रिका प्राणायाम कर रहे होते हैं, तो ऐसे में हमारे अंदर थोड़ी सी ऑक्सीजन की कमी हो जाती है और इस ऑक्सीजन की कमी से जो हाइपोक्सिया क्रिएट होता है वो हमारे किडनी को एक्टिवेट करता है, जिससे किडनी से प्रोड्यूस होने वाली इरिथ्रोपोइटिन नाम की एंजाइम्स वो सिक्रेट होती है और ये इरिथ्रोपोइटिन नाम का एंजाइम जो है हार्मोन जो है वो जाकर हमारे बोन मैरोज को एक्टिवेट करता है, जिससे हमारे ब्लड सेल्स यानी आरबीसी डब्ल्यूबीसी और प्लेटलेट्स का काउंट बढ़ जाता है, उससे हमारा प्रोडक्शन बढ़ जाता है। और इस तरह हमारा जो डब्ल्यूबीसी है जो हमारी रोग प्रतिरोधक क्षमता को दर्शाता है वो योगाभ्यास के माध्यम से, खास करके भस्त्रिका प्राणायाम और प्राणाकर्षण प्राणायाम, योग निद्रा, इन अभ्यासों से इसको बढ़ाया जा सकता है। जितने भी अब तक के स्टडीज हुए हैं, हालांकि हर स्टडी में इम्यूनिटी को ही बल दिया गया, अभी कोरोना के ऊपर कोई स्टडी नहीं हुई है। जो भी स्टडीज हुई हैं वो चाइना में या यूएस में हुई हैं और वो केवल मेडिसिन के ऊपर आधारित हैं। हमारे यहाँ आईसीएमआर के थ्रू या डिपार्टमेंट ऑफ साइंस एंड टेक्नोलॉजी के अंतर्गत सत्यम विंग के अंतर्गत अभी कुछ प्रस्ताव मंगाए गए हैं और जिसमें योग के माध्यम से कोरोना के संकट को कैसे दूर किया जाए या कम्प्लीमेंट्री थेरेपीज के माध्यम से कैसे दूर किया जाए। तो इसमें जो एक और जो कम्प्लीमेंट्री थेरेपीज का हिस्सा जो मैं थोड़ा सा अभी यहाँ पे ऐड करना चाहूंगा वो है गुनगुने जल का, गर्म पानी का। यदि आपको, हालांकि अब तो काफी वातावरण में गर्माहट आ गई है और लोग जैसा कि कहते थे कि गर्मी में ये कोरोना के वायरस नष्ट हो जाएंगे और ऐसा हुआ नहीं। कोरोना के वायरस अभी जीवित हैं और स्प्रेड होना भी चालू है, चाहे वो इंडियन कॉन्टिनेंट हो या अदर कंटिनेंट्स हो। हर जगह यही समस्या है कि कोरोना की समस्या हुई, कोरोना का जो वायरस है वो मल्टीप्लाई होने से रुक नहीं रहा। लेकिन ये देखा गया है कि वो चूंकि चर्बी युक्त है, कोरोना वायरस के ऊपर एक चर्बी युक्त लेयर बनी हुई है, वो जो चर्बी युक्त लेयर है वो नष्ट होने से घिस घिस कर वो कण कण में बिखर जाता है और इसलिए गर्माहट महत्वपूर्ण है, साबुन महत्वपूर्ण है, साबुन से उसे घिस दिया जाता है और गर्मी से वो पिघलकर नष्ट हो जाता है। इसलिए यदि आपको जरा सा भी ऐसा शक हो कि हम किसी ऐसी जगह से आ गए हैं जहां की कोरोना के पेशेंट्स हो सकते थे या आप किसी भीड़ भाड़ वाले इलाके में चले गए जहां से कि आप निकल के आए और आपको लग रहा है कि कहीं आप कोरोना के किसी पेशेंट के चपेट में तो नहीं आ गए, तो ऐसे में आपको तुरंत गर्म पानी से स्नान कर लेना चाहिए और गुनगुने जल का सेवन करना चाहिए। बाकी जो आयुष के द्वारा निर्दिष्ट काढ़ा है और उसके जो प्रयोग हैं वो तो उपयुक्त हैं, उपयोगी हैं ही हैं। जैसे तुलसी, अदरक, काली मिर्च, सौंठ, इन सब का काढ़ा मिलाकर बनाकर पीना, ये अब सब आप लोग जानते हैं। पर योग के अलावा जो दिनचर्या और खान पान और नियमितता और निरंतरता, इन सब चीजों का ख्याल रखना है जो हमारे साइकोलॉजिकल डिसऑर्डर्स के लिए जरूरी हैं। जैसे आप मान रहे हैं कि जब ये कोरोना का संकट आया है तो ये अपने साथ में एंजाइटी, फियर, डिप्रेशन और स्ट्रेस को लेकर के आया है। तो ऐसे में नियमित योगाभ्यास आपको एक ताजगी देता है, एक आत्मबल देता है, एक मनोबल प्रदान करता है। इस तरह हम देखते हैं कि जो योग का होलिस्टिक अप्रोच है वो हमारे इस चैलेंज को, कोरोना से लड़ने के, साइकोलॉजिकल और साइकोसोमेटिक डिसऑर्डर से लड़ने के जो हमारे उपक्रम हैं उसमें समग्रता प्रदान करता है। योग के साथ हम उन मानसिकता को भी, योगाभ्यास के साथ हम उस हौसले को भी प्राप्त करते हैं, उस आत्मबल को भी प्राप्त करते हैं जिसे हमने शुरुआत में कहा था अविद्या। महर्षि पतंजलि ने हर दुख की वजह अविद्या बताई। जब ज्यों-ज्यों हमारे अंदर भीतर से वो ज्ञान, जब हम योगाभ्यास करते हैं तो एक तो हमारा शरीर स्वस्थ होता है, मन स्वस्थ होता है, ये उसके प्राइमरी ऑब्जेक्टिव्स हैं। लेकिन उसके साथ में जब हम योगाभ्यास में और गहरे उतरते हैं, जब हम योग को जीवन पद्धति के रूप में, लाइफस्टाइल के रूप में जीने लगते हैं, फिर वो हमारे अंदर उस अज्ञान को, उस अविद्या को कम करता है जो हमारे लिए उपयोगी है, जो हमारे जीवन को, हमारे जीवन की कमियों को दूर करने में महत्वपूर्ण भूमिका निभाता है। तो मैं अपनी बात को इन्हीं शब्दों के साथ समाप्त करता हूं। हमारे इस वेबिनार के ऑर्गेनाइजर्स और खास करके कोऑर्डिनेटर डॉक्टर कुशा शर्मा और हमारे अभिभावक डॉक्टर जीडी शर्मा जी को नमन करते हुए मैं अपनी बात समाप्त करता हूं। सभी को बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद। नमस्कार।
Thank you, sir. Now we have among us Professor Dr. G.D. Sharma, former Chairman, Department of Yoga Studies, HPU Shimla, Dean Academic Registrar, Head of Department of Yoga Sciences, University of Patanjali, Haridwar, Senior Yoga Advisor, Chairman, Yoganand Chair for Yoga and Spiritual Research Head, School of Yoga and Naturopathy, Shulni University, Solan, Himachal Pradesh. Yoga expert in diplomatic status by Government of India abroad, remain advisor and expert, member of Ayush, NCTE, MDNRY, etc. Now I request Dr. Professor G.D. Sharma to come among us and say few words on COVID. Thank you.
Thank you, madam, for your kind words spoken about me. I also welcome the Honorable Vice Chancellor, Professor Ramesh Kumar Chaudhary ji, who has just joined the meeting. And I also thankful to Dr. Kuldeep Kumar ji, who is a Dean Academics of APG University. And I'm really very, very thankful to Dr. Kamakhya Kumar ji, who has given us a background of this coronavirus by referring some research journals, and also he gave us the background, exactly what the coronavirus is. So many people who may not be very clear about the formation of the coronavirus, they may have got the right knowledge from Dr. Kamakhya Kumar ji, and also the other fundamentals to combat this virus from Professor K. Krishna Sharma ji from Mangaluru University. So now, coming to the same topic, I would like to express in the beginning that everyone is now talking about the enhancement of immunity to counter this problem of the day. Virtually, immunity is of two types. One immunity is known as the born immunity. And this immunity may also be positive one, and this may also be negative one. The person who born with strong immunity, he never falls sick throughout the life. Maybe his parents or her parents or her relations have some problems of weakness in immunity. The second one is the contained immunity, which we get from various angles, and for that we have multiple explanations. Suppose a mother give a birth to two children, one born with a strong immunity, but the second one born has very weak immunity. He falls sick time to time and very frequently. That means the person who born with a strong immunity is a precious gift to that person by the God, because no outside influences or effects can hit his health values, whether they are psychological or they are physical. But on the other hand, suppose if a mother is not well, her immunity is weak, or the father's immunity is weak, but the children born, they are very strong. So this means that we have two applications of immunity. One is the content, which may be enhanced by taking diets, good diets, fruits, juices, vegetables, etc., etc. But the other one is, the other factor is that if we do not be very careful about our society around us, and we are not very conscious about the health, we are not conscious about the food, we are not conscious about our activities, we are not conscious about our sleeping and awakening habits, even then we become the victim of weak immunity. So yesterday, when I was interacting, I stopped my talk on the aspect of pranayama. Today, I will just continue with that concept. And as Dr. Kamakhya Kumar or Dr. Krishna Sharma ji was telling, that when this hot water drinking or taking a bath from it is very, very useful to combat the problem of the day. So I say that if we breathe properly, the breathing system or each and every breath has a strong properties of all the life-giving energies in it. When we breathe in, the breath which we breathe in is not a normal air. It has so many properties dormant in it which are invisible. All the gases which are available in the environment, in the atmosphere, they are absorbed by the air. all the minerals and metals which are present in the atmosphere, they are also absorbed by the air in it. And mostly all the medicinal values which the plants have, and when they release the fragrance, and that fragrance which is very, very rich in medicinal values, that is also absorbed by the air in it, and then it walks towards the living being through the high mountains, and those mountains which are having no plants, no trees, and no herbs, etc., etc. But this air struck against the strong rocks of the high mountains, and then when it strikes the mountainous rocks, then the rock salts which are available in the mountains or in the rocks, the air also absorb that rock salt into it, and then it travels through the sky and reaches to each and every living being, irrespective of the human beings, and also irrespective of the all the living beings. It also give nutrition through its chemical and mineral and metallic values to the vegetation also, to the plants also, to the trees also. So this rock salt is very, very useful to us, and without salt, we cannot survive. Whenever there comes any deformity in the salt combination inside the body, the person falls sick, and we go to the doctor, and what a doctor suggests us, the doctor suggests us, you have the deformity, you have this problem, you have to take this medicine, and this medicine has these salts, and these salts will cure your deformities or your diseases. So actually, there are not many salts. There are only 2 dozen, maximum 2 dozen salt or 1 dozen salts. But when they are given a combined formation, then they are numerous, and they becomes billions and billions. And then when the person takes that salt, the disease is cured. So what I mean to say, that this salt combination, these rock salts, they are 6 in numbers. You might have heard about the Sandha Namak or the Sandha salt, which we generally take it, and it is very, very popular, and it is also used to cure so many diseases, and it also melts the fat inside the body. As Dr. Kamakya Kumarji was telling, that this virus has a cover of the fat, and this fat can be removed only through the heat. But the rock salts and other gases and other electrons and protons and other neutrons and other atoms, magnets we inhale through this air, they generate heat inside this body. And the person whose immune system is strong, then he tries to encash the qualities and the values of these properties properly, and boost his mental, physical, and social health too. So this salt is a combination of sodium and chloride, which helps healthy balance among the vital organs. It is also essential for healthy balance of water in brain, and kept the brain and nerves to send electrical impulses to the muscles, nerves, and other organs of the body, and it is also helpful to reduce and to cure the muscular and the nervous cramps in the body. Now, coming to the next point, this breathing system, which Maharishi Patanjali has also explained as a pranayama, and then it was followed by the techniques by the Hatha yogis, and they recommended us so many pranayamas, and what they influence, how they influences the body. Virtually, when we inhale, the electrons and neutrons, they play a vital role inside the body to nourish each and every organ and system and function of our physical formation. Therefore, the exercise which is recommended to us in the form of pranayama is very, very useful, and the quality of these rock salts is again that it also melts the formation of the cuff in the cuff pockets, because we have also 20 cuff pockets, and where the cuff pockets are available, this virus, which is now making the people afraid of it, creating panic in them, then this virus, it sticks to the heavy and the thick pockets of the cuff areas. So the rock salt or the salt intaking, when we drink water mixed with the salt, or when we do the shat kriyas or the purificatory processes, we add in some of the processes the salt in it, which means that this salt, when it goes inside, then it melts the pockets of the cuff and it releases the cuff. It never allows the cuff to accumulate. So the most important thing at the respiratory system at this time is to make the system free from the cuff accumulation. Otherwise, this virus will stick there and it will be dangerous to the person's health. So the pranayama, when we inhale through the nostrils one by one or with both together, then the mucous membranes, they becomes very, very active, and inside the mucous membranes there is a very, very thin layer of the mucus which protects the qualities of the health inside the body. As soon as we breathe a single breath inside, the hairs on the nostrils, they filter the air. They try to avoid the dirt and dust to go inside towards the lungs and the nasopharyngeal region, and then the air which is purified by the hairs of the nostrils, it is immediately received by the receptors of the membranes inside the septum nerve, septum bone, septum muscles, sinus nerve, sinus bone, and sinus muscles. And then it is sent toward the nasopharyngeal region, where a subsidized layer of the cuff is maintained. And this is very, very thin, and it is very, very useful to live in. Suppose a person feels very, very cold during the winters. Why is it that? The person, if two persons are walking together, two friends are walking together, one says, I'm feeling very cold, other says, no, I'm feeling very normal, because his layer inside the mucous membranes of the cuff is very, very positive to the demands of the body and the mind, and the other's one, his layer is not suitable to those demands. Therefore, as we inhale, its effect, whether it is in the summers, when we inhale, this layer feels and becomes immediately warm, and it sends the message through the neurotransmitters, through the entire body. Now it is warm outside. So the person feels very warm. But in winters, it is against that. The layer feels so cold that the message is again sent through the entire body that it is cold inside, and the person behaves like that. He uses his clothings like that. He uses his food like that. He uses his other soups and juices like that. So it
Thank
is
you. Thank
essential.
you, sir.
So it is essential to work upon that, and we have to be very, very conscious while breathing. The person who is breathing properly, he becomes very, very healthy, as it is said, Kaya Nagri Madhe tu Kshiti Palika, He Prana, He air, you are just like a king who looks after the entire kingdom. And it is also said that pranayamo bhavodevam patakenden pavaka pranayamo bhavodati prochate yogavi sada. The person who is conscious about the breath considerations and breath values, his body becomes like the gods. He becomes a divine virtuous. His body becomes like a divine one. So, this is the message of all the saints and sages of our Indian life
Thank
system.
you. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. We are shortage of time. I request Ganesh Das Sharma ji, please conclude. If you have any other point, we can conclude within 5 minutes. Otherwise, if you
Okay.
say, then let's conclude this session, please.
Okay. So just in 2 minutes, I will conclude it.
Oh, yes, please.
Yeah. So we have two types of pranayamas. One is hyperventilated pranayamas, and one is hypoventilated pranayamas. So during the winters, to counter not the today's this virus, but even there are possibilities of many viruses to come in future, and that has to be faced by our coming generations. So we have to train them. We have to give them the message that whenever the winters comes, they should practice the hypoventilated pranayamas like Shitali, like Sitakari, etc., Nadi Shodhan, Anulom Vilom, Sahita Kumbhak, Sahita Pranayama. And whenever there comes summers, they should at least work on and practice the hyperventilated pranayamas, in which the Bhastrika pranayama comes, in which the Surya Bhedi pranayama comes, Brahmari comes, and also the Murcha pranayama comes, but that is not an easy practice. So therefore, I suggest that simultaneously we should breathe like that according to the suggestions and guidelines are given to us by the saints and sages. So, Dr. Kuldeep ji, thank you very much for giving me this 5 more minutes to me. So, thanks a lot.
Thank
And
you.
I'm also very
Thank
thankful
you.
to APG University.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, Dr. K. Krishna ji. Thank you, Kamakhya Kumar ji. You have enlightened us today with the various aspects of yoga and how the yoga is very much helpful to fight against COVID-19. And we are facing a lot of your self and human being, that how we can care all these things and how we can take care of during this COVID-19. So Dr. K. Krishna ji, Dr. Kamakhya Kumar ji, and Dr. Ganesh Das Sharma ji, thank you so much that you have enlightened us on these various aspects of yoga and its relevance for the COVID-19. So that's why we will be continuing with your suggestion and inputs and all the topics and all the tips which you have given and shared with all of us. Now, even I would request our Dr. Ramesh Chaudhary, sir, Vice Chancellor, to please say a few words before we conclude this session. Dr. Ramesh Kumar Chaudhary, sir, please.
Good evening, Namaskar. it was a wonderful program. Really, I believe the kind of inputs all the three keynote speaker has given us is quite worth. Professor Ganesh Dutt Sharma is the established yoga leader, and we have witnessed yesterday also when it was a spellbound speech by the Ganesh Dutt Sharma. I am very thankful to Dr. Kamakhya Sharma ji and K. Krishna ji. You have been connected with us and enlightened, and I see there is a very good response. A very good number of the participants are there, and participants are very good participants. You might not have noticed. One Mr. Prabhakar ji is also here, and he is also a lot of things, Young India and a lot of rediscovering India kind of things he has done. So on my request, he has joined, and he has also a very compliments for all the speakers. So thank you. EP Goel Simla University is really grateful to all of you at this hard time where you are talking or to improve the psychometric health to yoga. And definitely, we all know and all we realize that yoga is helping. And I believe that yoga is only going to help when we are locked on, we are confined, we are in isolations. So if we understand yoga in true sense, it will give us a strength to overcome this crisis. Thank you to all of you once again.
Thank you. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
So,
Thank you.
so let's conclude. Thank you so much. And looking forward to have a long-term association from Al Prakash Goel Simla University. Thank you so much.